Hi, I'm Dr. Holliday with IndieDirect Docs, and today we're talking Halloween again. Everybody this year has a different comfort level as far as COVID is concerned, and there's some of you who do not want to bring your children around other people at all this year, and that is totally fine and understandable. But you're still kind of wondering to yourself, well, how can I still make this day special for my children because my children love Halloween? So I was going to give you some tips for how to have a Halloween inspired dinner that you could have on October 31st. Obviously, part of the reason that your children love Halloween is because they love to dress up, and you can still get them a costume and let them dress up for their dinner. And again, since things are a little bit different this year, maybe you could also convince them to do some different traditions that don't involve quite so much candy in your house. I know that I would rather not have quite so much candy in my house. So let's talk about some ideas that you could have for your dinner. Obviously, this is our jack-o'-lantern tangerine that we had in the last video. These have been going very well with different kids that I know. They've really been getting into decorating their own little tangerine and putting different faces on it. Kids love anything that lets them decorate, and it's fruit. So if they wanted to have 2 of these or 3 of these, I say have at it, because if they were gonna have 4 or 5 little candy bars instead, this obviously is much better and kind of gets their sweet tooth. Next, we have an egg that I put a spooky face on. So again, it's kind of like the same concept that kids are getting to decorate something, and they're always really into decorating things. They can obviously draw different animals or put any sort of a face that they want to on it. And the egg is really nice because so easy to make a boiled egg. And eggs also have really good protein. Now, for those of you who have children out there that might have an allergy to eggs, you could do the same thing with getting a string cheese or 2 and just letting your kid decorate that. That still would be something that's very enjoyable and adds a different color and just element to your Halloween meal. Last, I have something that I'm very excited about. This is, I'm gonna call it a monster muffin. A monster muffin, but the trick to this one, don't tell your kids, is that it has spinach in it, and that's the thing that makes it green. So I figure since one of the colors of Halloween is obviously green, we have green, white, and orange here, that you might convince your children to eat something that has a little bit of greens if your kids are not someone who's already into greens. So the recipe for this monster muffin will be linked down below. But I can go ahead and tell you that you can't even taste the spinach in this muffin because it's covered by flavors like banana, like honey, like applesauce. And obviously, it's not great to have high amounts of sweet every day, but this is Halloween, and so this obviously is a much healthier option than kids eating candy, so kids are still getting their sweet tooth in. You might kind of trick your kids into eating something that has spinach in it, and it might be something that you make a couple of times a year, and then once your kids are hooked on it, you might be able to convince them that they actually like spinach and they would be willing to try it in different things. So, use the colors of Halloween to your advantage. So that's all for today, and we have one more Halloween inspired video, so check out our social media in the next couple days and see what we got going on. Happy Halloween.